PhD dropout to off girl. There has probably never been a video more encapsulating the essence of women than this.
I've dropped out of my PhD. I've cried so much over this decision to quit my PhD, because it's a stressful decision, not that I'm particularly sad about it. I'll get into all of that in a bit later, but moving on.
That already doesn't explain anything and makes more questions than answers at this point. Why would you be sad about dropping out if you're not sad about dropping out just because it's stressful? This is insanity. This is pure, unadulterated insanity.
On to doing OnlyFans and content creation full time, it's not just a career choice, it feels kind of like a gamble on the direction of my entire life.
Because it is. Sweetie, you could have been a respected person. You could have been a pillar of a community. You could have done great things in life and maybe even found something that benefits humanity. Who honestly knows, right? But instead you chose to entertain 15-year-old coomers. Yep, that's the great decision that has been made here. 10 out of 10.
Some days I wonder if I'm making the right choice. When I open LinkedIn and I see the pages of all of the people who are my age, who already have 3 years into their careers and are climbing the ladder with senior level titles, it stirs something in me. I start to feel a twinge of jealousy, imagining what it would be like in their place. I've spent the last couple of years in grad school, whereas many of my colleagues from undergrad got jobs directly afterwards. So I guess I will always have those advanced degrees with me. But I can't say that I don't.
The moment you choose this, none of your advanced degrees matter any longer. No one's gonna hire you because when it was the boom of this industry, people missed a lot of very interesting stuff about the lives of these people. You can't get a job afterwards you have done this because no manager is gonna risk hiring someone in a predominantly male field where everyone will know that, wait a minute, she's easy. It just creates bad blood, it just creates problems. You are never gonna be hired by anyone ever again now.
Don't like the idea of wearing a polished suit and walking into an office where I have people working with me and working on a project, or even the alternative route of becoming a professor and having students work for me, where I have my own lab and I teach my own course, and the thought of sitting with my team to come up with solutions to a certain problem or even find something new, learn.
This woman is delusional. That is only the course for the best people in the industry. The average person who does this crap is just a pencil pusher, but in a laboratory instead of an office.
Learn something new and then applying that knowledge. And writing papers gives a sense of fulfillment. There's
No.
some sort of camaraderie in those environments and a structure that I think I'd enjoy. And of course, not to mention the outfits. I mean, come on. I have so many professional outfits that have never seen the light of day just because I have nowhere to wear them to. And of course, I keep buying them. And part of me wonders if I'll miss the chance to experience that life and that lifestyle. But then I start to think about some of the trade-offs. Those same people whose lifestyles I thought I envied are tied to someone else's vision and someone else's pace. They'll spend their lives working for a company, doing things that they don't necessarily enjoy, and of course without the recognition that they deserve.
I'm so confused. Again, we're 2 minutes in and she's creating more questions than answers. Like, why would you even talk about all the benefits if it turns out all of the benefits are bad and evil? Why?
Serve. Their work might win someone else fame and wealth while they stay in the background, expendable. They'll constantly worry about getting laid off, planning their lives around their salaries, budgeting to pay bills, and likely renting a place to live or being tied down to a 30-year mortgage. Vacations are rationed and squeezed into limited paid time off days. My path, on the other hand, is different. It's freer in ways that feel both liberating and, to be honest,
But of course it's liberating. But are you not a feminist?
a little terrifying. I'm no longer bound by the expectations of an academic
You're no longer bound by having a husband and family, girl, that's for sure.
institution or the constraints of a corporate office. I can comfortably wake up each day and decide what I want to learn, diving into topics that genuinely interest me and not just those deemed important by a funding agency or a company's bottom line. And when it comes to research, I'm no longer bound by the pressure to publish for the sake of tenure or grant applications. I can write papers independently, not because I need to meet a quota, but because I genuinely want to.
Dude, she is delusional, completely delulu. She's talking like she's the hottest thing in the universe. She's talking like she already has broken the laws of physics and found out the most insane stuff that's gonna push humanity forward. Bro, you're literally becoming off girl. What do you mean? What do you mean? You're here unironically trying to tell people that you're gonna do some research on your own? What the? Ah! Ah!
Contribute to something. Everything that I create will reflect my own ideas, my own creativity, and my own ambitions. And of course, the best part is that everything I build will be entirely my own. I'm not contributing to someone else's legacy or bottom line.
Yeah. Those low quality pictures that I'm gonna take are gonna. That's a legacy right there, boys. I'm making something of my own. Jesus, she has completely sold herself on the idea that she is gonna do greatness by doing this. That's insane.
Building my own brand and my own future. And all of the effort that I put directly benefits me. The rewards are mine to enjoy. For example, although my OnlyFans has been a side project while I pursued my PhD, I've been able to make over $1 million. With that, I helped my family pay off their mortgage.
By the way, this is so stupid. It's just her face. I'll tell you a secret. You can write in her name and then add one thing, space add one thing on Google. And yeah, it's not impressive. She's one of those who is more impressive while everything stays on. When it goes off, it's not impressive in the slightest. And it's literally just a blank and soulless face that's kind of probably selling everything, I would assume.
I bought myself a car, and thankfully I avoided taking out any student loans. Now I have an investment portfolio, and I'm planning on buying my own house soon. So all of these achievements are just reminders of the tangible rewards of carving my own path and the freedom that.
Yep, this is literally how women think. Women are really crazy creatures. They only think about the end of a lot of things. They don't care how they get there. They just care about the end. And this is literally it. She's just talking about the end game of what she's gonna get with the money that she's gonna make. Nothing in between matters.
That comes with it. But even with this freedom, I am genuinely terrified. I fear not having that external competition, no one to measure myself against, and that it will make me complacent. Will I push myself enough without the.
I'm sorry, how the hell are you even gonna become a PhD if that's your take? You think there's no one to measure up yourself against in this industry? Are you just dumb? Are you just completely vapid? The hell is this?
Pressure to outperform others. And of course,
Oh,
there's also the opposite case that my drive for more will take over. What if I never feel satisfied, always chasing that next milestone, the next goal? Will I lose sight of myself and values in that relentless pursuit? Of course, I want to enjoy the life I'm building and
oh my god, she is trying so hard to contextualize herself as someone above what she is doing, okay? She she is legitimately trying so hard to contextualize herself as, you know, above this. That she is not your average a 9 to 5 uh corner employee. She is trying so hard to make it seem like that what she is doing is like this grandiose thing, an achievement amongst humanity. Jesus. Well, at least she's gonna be happy for a while, boys. Until she starts understanding, wait a minute, we need children in lives and things like that. And then it's gonna be great.
feel the rewards of my labor, not just keep pushing forward endlessly. Then there's also the fear of settling. What if I get stuck in a place that feels just right but not great? What if I accept less than I know I'm capable of? And what if, in trying to avoid that, I push myself into something that I'm not entirely comfortable with, forcing myself to fit in a mold that doesn't feel natural? It's overwhelming, but when I look at the bigger picture, I know I'm better off than most people my age, or even those that are far older than I am. That's part of why I chose to leave academia. Just for some reference, a professor in the US earns around
Bro, listen, you're not even in an academia. You're not a PhD. You dropped out. What are we talking about here? What is going on? You're not even in academia. You're just a student. You don't even have a P. You don't have a single. You don't even have a single goddamn workday under your belt. It seems like, uh, and yet you're talking about being a part of academia. Shit, then so am I. I have a bachelor's in business logistics. God damn. Now I'm gonna tell people that I'm a part of academia.
$100,000 on average, but the job isn't what most people imagine it to be, or at least it's not what I thought it would be. Instead of spending their time diving into research or contributing to new ideas in the field, most of their energy is spent writing grant proposals and fighting for funding, which, based on my first-hand experience working with several professors, these funds often go to those at more prestigious universities, regardless of whether they're more qualified. Additionally, their students often do majority of the
No shit. By the way, this is true. The average person has no idea about anything sophisticated, especially in the field of discovering new things, wherever that may be. So, the average person that wants a breakthrough at something or wants to, put funding into something is gonna just pick the thing that's more prestigious. That is reality. Because most people are not, even if that person is a billionaire, he's probably not capable of understanding what is that they're actually researching, what are the real life applications of this, and why it actually matters. So they're just gonna default choose something uh, that is more prestigious because that's probably better. Completely normal human behavior.
hands-on work, and the professor acts more as an administrator. It's a life filled with constraints and obligations, not the idealized pursuit of knowledge.
She just doesn't want to do anything. That's what she's effectively telling us. I don't want to do anything, so you have to deal with that, yeah. And that's it. That's it. She just wants to do her own thing, and that is obviously lazing around and not doing anything. She's just creating excuses why working in this field is bad and why being an off girl is the best thing ever because freedom. You get to constantly be on holiday. Just snap a pic or two somewhere where people don't see you in public, and that's it. Oh my god, she is doing such a great job at just selling, lying to herself. This video is not for the viewer. This video is for herself to convince her that this is the best choice, the best life, the best everything. She's not gaslighting us. She is gaslighting herself.
Once dreamed of. So, what about working in the industry? Well, the reality is that it's no better. Big tech, for all its allure of innovation and opportunity, is a world where the individual contributions are mostly invisible. The work you pour your heart into is rarely attributed to you. Instead, it pads the pockets of the executives who sit at the top, taking the credit and the glory for your work. Employees are treated as interchangeable, expendable. Every job comes with that silent anxiety
Welcome to the real world, honey.
of layoffs, the knowledge that your position is only as secure as the next quarterly earnings report. It's a precarious, thankless
Okay, I'm done with this. Anyway, that was Zara Dar 10 out of 10. Oh my god. Women. That's all I can say honestly here. Women. There will never be a better video to encapsulate what happens in these minds. It's insanity. 10 out of 10. Bye.